Hi, Panda here, and welcome to our follow-up video. So previously spoke about the top 10 games we finished in 2021, but here are some honourable mentions. These are a mixture of games either are always ongoing, like live service games, MMOs that never seem to end, and other games that we just didn't get round to finishing for different reasons, but we felt like we wanted a bonus video here to tell you about some of those games that we enjoyed. Here we go. So we've got Trials Fusion. Now this is a game we did finish, but unfortunately just got bumped from the list because a late entry came into our top 10 and kind of knocked this one down. But this is a great Trials game. I like the futuristic look to it. It's got some great levels, some great skill games, and overall really good. I even bought the complete edition that came with all the DLC as well, so I'd highly recommend it. Next we've got Animal Crossing New Horizons. So technically we finished this in 2020. You do see credits at some point, but I won't spoil how you get to those. But they had a huge update. They added like the coffee shop, a bunch of free stuff. So the coffee shop was free, more items, exercise in the plaza, more KK Slider songs, and even more stuff. There's so much, I forget. Oh, and Harb's Island full of new shops to shop at. And also paid DLC, Happy Home Paradise, and that's like a whole other game in itself about designing different villagers' homes in this acapello. So yeah, that is definitely worth checking out. They added so much more stuff. Even the free stuff alone is great. So, and it's the type of game that never ends. You just keep on playing Animal Crossing. So, and next up is Fortnite. Now this is a game I only just got into in 2021, really, at the beginning of 2021, and I kind of like played it with a family member, and then I got the whole team to play, and now we play regularly, at least every week, if not more than once a week, as a whole squad. And I think all the updates and having the map change often has really made this good, and I think its more light-hearted style really does add to it, because you don't get that tediousness that you do with like, I've got to be a gritty military shooter with all the brown and grey colours everywhere. So I like this colourful pop, a bit like a Pixar DreamWorks style movie. It just adds something. I know it annoys some people, but I'm not fussed about hype when it comes to games or how popular something is or how not popular something is. I play something. If I find it fun, I'm going to carry on playing it. If I don't, I don't. Next is Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Now, I wasn't sure about this game at first. It did have lots of issues, but they seem to have fixed most of the issues, and I actually was quite enjoying it. I got into it. I was like traveling the island, doing the missions. Now, the reason this isn't on the list is for a couple of reasons why I didn't make it to the top 10. A, I didn't get around to finishing because I got to what I can assume is like the last two missions, and I can't remember what level it was, but I've been grinding and I got to level 80, but even to the next story mission it's level 100, and it really throws like, hey, you've got to grind hours and hours, and it just kind of really loses its flow, which is a shame because I was enjoying it. The other reason as well, this is a Ubisoft game. I don't want to get into too much, but it's really hard to try and enjoy a Ubisoft game at the moment with everything that's going on at Ubisoft, with all the abuse in the workplace that they really need to sort out. And now they've just started talking about adding NFTs to Breakpoint and other games, and that's really unpleasant feeling, and I kind of think it spoils it. So I'm hoping they'll steer away from that. They'll fix the workplace stuff, they'll change their mind on NFTs, and then we can get back to some actual gaming, because there's potential here. And I think people give Breakpoint a lot of hard times, but I think it's not bad. I quite like it. It's quite a good Ghost Recon game, and I've actually stuck with it a little bit longer than I did with Wildlands, which I was surprised. So once you get into it, it's good. So next, Fall Guys. Now, they've added loads of seasons to this, and they keep adding more maps. Now, another reason this isn't on the top 10, A, you can't really finish it. And the other reason, Meggie.Pop doesn't seem keen on fixing some of the slightly toxic aspects of Fall Guys, unfortunately. So grabbers are still there, and they don't really seem to deal with it. So sometimes you're like trying to play, and everyone's trying to get to the end. And most people play nicely, but you get an occasional person that just wants to stand near the edge and either try and throw people off, or they just like to grab people, and they're not trying to finish, they're just kind of like trolling people. And it does seem a game that seems to attract a lot of trolls. Now, and depends where you're on the world, I find in UK time and Greenwich Mean Time, you get a lot of trolls in the morning, surprisingly. So if you play in the morning, forget about it, because they're just standing there. They just walk so far, turn around, and they're just like grabbing people or just getting in the way. And it kind of spoils the fun. To me, Fall Guys should be like It's a Knockout, where you're just having a laugh trying to run and wobble your way to the exit. So I think if Meggie.Pop were to actually try and deal with the toxicity, this game would be a million times better. There's such good potential here. And next up is the Elder Scrolls Online. Now this is on this list because this game is like never ending. I've managed to get some more expansions for it. I've joined a friendly guild. I actually found a game that has a friendly guild, so that was great because, as you can tell with lots of MMOs, there's a lot of toxicity and you cannot find a friendly guild. Like, I tried playing Neverwinter, I poured a lot of time into Neverwinter. Don't even think about joining a guild in Neverwinter because it is a nightmare. And I've spoke to other people as well, people in guilds in Elder Scrolls Online, and they said, oh, we used to enjoy Neverwinter, but the guilds are toxic, so I'd avoid it. And there's some friendly guilds on Elder Scrolls Online, so join one of those. They're all nice, kind people, and that's the kind of people you want to play with, not people shouting abuse at you. So this is a good MMO if you're looking for a nice, friendly community. And also, members of my team have some honourable mentions, so I'm going to list them on the screen now, so you can see a list of all these different games. And there was probably even more games that I played. Lots of indie games, which some I put on my top 10, and probably more games I played, but I've only dipped my toes in, that could easily be here. But I just wanted to give you a small selection of main highlights of 2021. And I look forward to lots of new games in 2022. Thank you to all our patrons. Thank you for everyone for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. You can help support the channel on Patreon and on Ko-fi, and we appreciate all the support. And we look forward to all the new series that we're going to have in 2022. Enjoy. Bye.